Clutch, bro. This video came just in clutch, bro. I was not about to make a video today. I got to study damn near all day today. But yo, Alex Bale just came through. This video came out 30 minutes ago, and we here. 30 minutes ago. Teletubbies. Have y'all ever watched Teletubbies? Just respectfully, just leave it in the comments. Cause for me, no, no, we had way better things. Did this come out on PBS? It was way better things to watch on PBS than Teletubbies. Talk about boring.
How will the world end? It's a question that's haunted humanity for as long as we can remember. Will it be from nuclear war, or AI taking over, or some kind of disease wiping us out?
Zombies, like, there's just so much ways. It's so crazy that humans just, it's like, just pick your poison. Do y'all want to go by radiation? Y'all want to go by aliens? Y'all want to go by purging? Like, what do y'all want to go by?
Now, there have been many different works of fiction that explore all of these different possibilities. But what if I told you there is one piece of media out there that shows us a possibility that nobody has considered yet? And that's because it was hidden inside of a children's educational TV show. Teletubbies dares to ask a question that shows us the darkest, most horrifying fate for humanity. What if the sun was a baby?
The sun was a baby. Wait, they talk? They talked? As much as I little know about Teletubbies, you know about Teletubbies. Even if you didn't watch the show, you know about Teletubbies. Like, I didn't watch Cyber Chase because that thing came on literally at like 7 a.m. We have to be getting ready for school by that time. Like elementary. Like, no one had time to watch Maya Miguel, Cyber Chase. All those shows came on at like 6, 7 in the morning, bro. We have to be like getting ready for school. Come on now. So, but yeah, you will know a lot about Teletubbies. I didn't think they talked though. That's crazy.
It's possible I went a little too far with this video. Teletubbies is essentially just jingly keys to distract babies. It's not like Blue's Clues or Magic School Bus where there is some semblance of a plot or conflict. Teletubbies is just kind of nothing. There is no substance to this show, which is understandable because it was made for literally 1-year-old babies.
Okay, that's very... okay, understandable now. Come on now. Baby shows, like, bro, we had shows like Martha, Word Girl, Wildcrats, Clifford. I'm not about to say Caillou. Arthur even really, I mean, Arthur had their moments there and there, but I mean, Arthur is Arthur. Word World, bro, come on.
I will now try and describe
Odd Squad, what's this called? What's that book one? What's that dude? What's his name? What's that Superman dude? What's his name? K or something? No. What is that? They have ginormous heads, bro. What is
the plot of this show. Teletubbies are
power to read. I'm sorry, I'm pausing, but like, what's got Red Riding Hood in it? They got a Black Princess in it. They got a pig in it. Like, what's that?
Are these weird-looking alien baby things that live in a bunker in Teletubby land, and they just kind of walk around doing nothing until a creepy speaker slowly comes out of the ground and tells them what to do.
Bro, oh no.
Time for Tubby bye-bye. Time for Tubby bye-bye.
Are these like
And
babies?
there is also this giant sun baby thing that is constantly watching and laughing at them.
Through the episode?
And there is also a windmill that sends videos to their stomachs of just some random kids also kind of doing nothing for like 5 minutes.
They're playing, I guess.
Playing on the beach.
Oh, so...
And it is
So, I think I'm remembering this too. This was an interactive type show like Blue's Clues where they be calling the kids and Do they ever interact with the kids, though?
So boring and by far the worst part of this show, and then when they're finally done with it, they literally just watch the exact same video again.
Again? There's no way.
Because all this show is trying to do is just waste time distracting babies with jingly keys for as long as humanly possible. And I have watched so much Teletubbies for this video, and I hate it. Also, there's a vacuum cleaner named Nunu that looks like he's constantly in pain. Nunu is my favorite character because I can relate to him. And look, I get it. This is a baby.
You really rewatch something that just replays the same things? Like I said, they don't talk. Bro, I knew I was remembering it, right? Bro, these people don't talk.
Baby show, I am not the target audience, and hopefully...
Respectfully, though, out of anything that could be popping up on your TV, you'll let your babies watch Teletubbies? I'm not gonna lie, my kids watching Dinosaur Trains, Word Girl, bruh. They'll probably even be on Cartoon Network.
Neither are the people watching this video. There is clearly no actual lore or world building here for me to discuss. 9 years ago, I even made another parody video of dark, edgy Teletubby theories.
Now why don't we watch a little bit of Teletubbies and see what we find? We see the show using overstimulating vibrant colors to mimic the psychedelic effects of LSD.
You know, that was just me making fun of losers who genuinely try to analyze this baby stuff. Anyways, here's my genuine analysis of Teletubbies. Despite everything I have just said, I do believe that there is a way to make sense of every weird random detail in this show. And it starts by asking a very simple question. Where is Teletubby Land?
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play unlocked with Google Play Games on PC.
Bro, they keep showing me this ad. I'm not playing, bro. Like, but if this is an interactive show, like I've said, like my sister, she just when the last time I was over there, she said something, a show that the kids will literally come to. It was like a game show, like Total Drama Island. You know that orange dog on PBS? Spat or Spits or whatever, the Spits game show. He had a whole game show on PBS where the kids would come and do some challenges, and it was so cool. Is this like that? Can the kids come to this set? Let's see.
Over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play.
It looks like Earth with the nature and rabbits,
like
but we never actually see any humans. For all we know, this could be some distant alien planet or magical alternate dimension. But we know Teletubbies do have some kind of connection to humanity. The weird speakers are constantly telling them to do human things, and they are constantly being sent videos of human children in the real world.
Hi, I'm Romy. Let's make some bagels.
And I feel like the intro at the start of every episode does imply that Teletubby Land is on Earth somewhere.
Over the hills and far away.
Yeah.
Over the hills and far away.
Ain't that a Disney? Ain't that a Disney quote?
They're telling us where the show takes place in relation to us, the viewer. And to get there, we need to go over the hills that are in our way, as opposed to like going through space or a magical portal. Meaning Teletubby Land is likely on Earth. But this doesn't make sense, because Teletubby Land has a weird sentient baby face sun, but in the human videos, we can see that they just have a regular normal sun with no face. So if they're both supposed to be on Earth, then why is the sun different? Well, maybe it's not a question of where Teletubby Land is, but when. What if Teletubbies takes place on Earth in the future sometime after the normal sun somehow grew a baby face? And if that sounds far-fetched, then take a closer look at these human videos. Now, in most kids' educational shows, these types of segments are like Blue's Clues, where Steve gets sent mail from children who are fans of the show and say, "Hi Steve, I love Blue's Clues!"
Look, it's a letter from our friends.
Hi, Steve. Let's go see my classroom.
But in all 400
Bro, even what's it called? Arthur have stuff like this. Like Arthur be having segues into like real life kids in the end of their episodes.
185 episodes of both the original and 2015.
Nothing. people was really watching this, bro. This got longer. This got longer episodes than some anime, like than some movies and TV shows, bro. That's tough.
Teen revival of Teletubbies. Not once do the children ever acknowledge the fact that these videos are being sent to Teletubbies.
Hello, my name's Daniel. Hello, I'm Stephanie.
They never even say the word Teletubby, which feels like a very weird, deliberate choice.
But
for all intents and purposes, these are just random videos of humanity that could have been made long before Teletubbies ever even existed. And this all gets a lot more interesting
so is he saying they're aliens or something that came to the planet and just watching past the videos? Is that what
we take a look at the most recent Netflix Teletubbies reboot from 2022.
Over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play.
This reboot makes a couple very interesting changes to the show.
But some of my best shows on Cartoon Network can't get no reboot. Like, bro, shows like Fish Hook barely couldn't even finish the first season. Like,
of them being to the human video segments.
Oh, Dipsy. Hi. Hi there. Hi.
Instead of just a couple random kids out in the world, these videos now take place inside of a single reoccurring location, with a woman named Julia who sings a song with a group of different children every episode.
You are a rocket, a super fast rocket, then run and touch a star.
And what's immediately different about these videos is that for the first time ever in the 27 years of this show airing, there actually is a direct acknowledgement of Teletubbies from a human being. Julia's shirt clearly shows the 4 Teletubby heads, meaning these videos in particular are not from the past. They are being made explicitly for Teletubbies to watch, and the humans in these videos exist at the same time as the show, which...
So, not the future then. So it just takes... I mean... So, scrap my whole idea of them being aliens from the future coming and watching past human videos for some reason, but I guess they're present aliens watching humans.
Obviously begs the question, what does the sun look like for these humans? Well, here's the strange thing about these new videos. We never get to see the sun. In fact, the kids in these videos never actually go outside, which is very strange when you compare that to the years worth of previous human videos that are almost always outside. There does seem to be windows, but unlike the windows we see in previous videos or even in Teletubby Land, these are weirdly opaque, never actually showing us the outside world. The best we get is this obviously fake depiction of the sky on the ceiling. For some reason, these videos...
Okay, look. It could be budgeting, because, I'm not gonna cap, Teletubbies is not really... Like, if they was bringing, like, well, what's a good show? I'm not saying it's good, but I ain't watch it. But if they was to bring back Barney, I would expect Barney to have a way larger, like, damn, what was I just about to, what's it called? Basically having more resources. Because what was Barney about? They was always outside. I'm not
feel completely cut off from the outside world. So, unfortunately, there's no way for us to tell what kind of sun these humans have. Except,
in the morning.
If you look closely, you can almost always see drawings of the sun in the background, but with a smiling face, just like the baby sun in Teletubby Land. I think it's very likely that these humans do exist in a world with Teletubbies and a baby sun. But why are only these videos like this? And why do they feel so disconnected from the outside? Where are these people? Hang on a second.
Why did they?
What if over the hills doesn't mean Teletubby Land is behind hills? What if Teletubby Land is literally over
the hill?
over the hills, as in on top of them, and this room is somewhere deep underground, completely cut off from the outside world. And if that seems too far-fetched, remember where the speakers come from.
Oh, wow.
Time for Tubby bye-bye. Time for Tubby bye-bye.
They come from underground. The speakers with a human adult voice telling the Teletubbies what to do come from the same place where an adult woman wearing a Teletubby uniform makes videos. In the future world of Teletubbies, humanity lives underground. But why? Well, once again, I think this all has to do with the sun.
We can't just, bro, this can't just stop it. Yeah, we just took a stretch. Yeah, we just took a stretch.
Join Planet Fitness for $1.
Just saying humans are just now living underground and just communicating with. You know what? Bro, we don't even know what they do.
They're down $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 10th.
Like part 2. Yeah. The sun woke up. That is.
Imagine a world where everything is normal. You go to work, walk your dog, watch YouTube videos, but then, one day, suddenly, without any warning or explanation, the sun wakes up. You realize that the giant ball of gas in the sky that gave humanity life was actually a cosmic sentient being all along. But it's not some unknowable Lovecraftian Cthulhu entity. It's just a baby. Okay, that's disturbing, but so what? Well, our sun...
We can't just say, so what? Why a baby? Like, why a baby? Why not just a unrecognizable, just smiley face? Why it gotta be
is already extremely volatile, constantly exploding and erupting with unstable solar flares that can release dangerous radiation towards Earth. Scientists even believe that we could be hit with a solar superstorm one day that could be devastating to human infrastructure.
Please let that be like 100 years in the future.
Imagine if all of that power was given to an unpredictable, moody baby. A baby that we know is very interested in watching and reacting to the denizens of Earth.
He's not watching the humans, he's watching the Teletubby stuff.
In fact, we could even see that when the baby sun gets a little too excited, the brightness of the sun suddenly increases. So, when this baby first wakes up and opens its eyes and looks down at the people of Earth, what would it see? That baby would immediately throw a massive tantrum. So if humanity went underground after this baby showed up, then I think it's because this baby had some kind of catastrophic effect on the Earth, making the surface completely uninhabitable for humans. And if you don't believe me yet, remember those drawings of a smiling sun we kept seeing in the new videos? Well, there actually is just a single episode of the reboot that shows a drawing of a sun without a face. But what's interesting is that it also shows people and a car and maybe even a police officer below the sun. Unlike the drawings with the smiling sun that only ever show grass.
He need to theorize about this new 911 show that's about to come out. How is they even about to do anything like that?
And flowers and no signs of humanity, just like Teletubby Land. These drawings are telling us that when the smiling baby sun came out, humanity disappeared. Yes, I believe that Teletubbies is set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity was forced underground because the baby sun woke up. But then, what exactly are these weird creatures we see on the surface?
Bro, that
well,
costume looks so uncomfortable. Why would
exactly
First of all, they are tiny, so is kids playing this?
Are these weird creatures we see on the surface? Well, Even if humanity could survive underground forever, the sentient baby sun is still up there. If they're ever gonna reclaim the surface world, or even just prevent an even bigger world-destroying tantrum, they need to address this problem. So, how do you appease an unpredictable, moody baby with unlimited power? You jingle keys in front of them. The humans created Teletubbies, 4 creatures that could withstand the dangers of the sun, and sent them to the uninhabitable surface to keep the baby sun entertained and calm for as long as possible. Teletubbies literally is jingly keys for a baby. Every episode starts and ends with this baby. They are constantly cutting back to the sun's reaction every time the Teletubbies do something.
Oh, okay. Okay, that is weird. That is weird. I'm not lying. If it was just okay, the sun rises and the sun sets, okay, we can see, okay, it's entertaining, but damn, they show the sun every single time they do anything for 400 and something episodes. That is kind of weird. Why do we need the reaction of this baby?
Because the sun is the intended audience for this show. It's why everything the Teletubbies do is so heavily controlled by unseen humans.
Poe showed Lala the tutor.
Show Lala. Show Lala.
This dumb baby show is actually a very high-stakes operation to protect what little remains of humanity. And if you still don't believe me, then let me ask you this. What are Teletubbies? They're weird, big baby things that seem to have technology integrated into their bodies. But let's ask the creators of this show, what was the initial idea behind Teletubbies?
Oh yeah, you talking about a 20+ year show that came out in damn near in the 90s? I don't even think they knew what PBS was. This came out on NBC. Yeah, I'm right. This came out on NBC.
We decided we'd go to the Smithsonian and we saw the actual spacesuits of men who not that long ago walked on the moon. You know, isn't it amazing? There's all this technology and you look at them and they just look like babies with nappies on toddling about.
And they were basically NASA spacemen. They were very easily surprised by things and fell over all the time, and when they were worried about things, they hugged each other.
They were based on astronauts, aka people sent by humanity in technological suits designed to withstand inhospitable environments. Once you compare moon landing footage to Teletubbies, you can never unsee it.
Over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come to play.
Tinky Winky,
Tinky Winky,
Dipsy, La La,
La La.
Poe,
So they just
Teletubbies,
Teletubbies.
say hello.
And this is only the tip of the ice.
But I can see where they got their inspiration from. Yeah, I can see. Wait, that lady, was she the author or creator?
Once you start viewing the show through this lens, everything that once seemed like weird, pointless nonsense suddenly takes on a whole new meaning.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play unlocked with Google Play Games on PC. Unlock.
The Teletubbies live in a bunker-type structure beneath a hill, a shelter designed specifically to survive a harsh environment. The Teletubbies are surrounded by advanced technology that obviously these dumb baby creatures didn't make.
Wow.
The technology was made by humans to take care of and control their creations. The windmill obviously functions as some kind of signal tower to receive videos from the underground humans.
They do send a signal.
But it also works as a form of renewable energy in this world without any functioning human infrastructure. Teletubby Land itself is covered in plants, the only form of life that would be able to adapt and thrive in harsh sunlight. The Teletubby shelter has been completely covered in grass, and we see flowers suddenly popping up all the time.
It was a really big flower.
Clearly, plants are thriving in this new sun baby world. Okay, but what about the rabbits? Why are they the only animal we see on the surface? It's not like rabbits are especially resilient to sunlight. Well, what are rabbits known for? Firstly, they are extremely fast breeders. They would be the perfect species to send to the surface to quickly repopulate the Earth's ecosystem. In fact, they are such fast breeders that apparently the crew filming the show kept having to pause the shoot because the rabbits kept having sex in the background. And secondly, rabbits are also commonly used by humans for laboratory testing and genetic modification. So maybe, much like humans
Humans, bro. Noveline humans.
For laboratory testing and genetic modification. So maybe, much like the Teletubbies, these rabbits were genetically modified by humans to survive the surface world. This theory wraps up a lot of loose ends about the original show. But once again, the 2022 Netflix Teletubbies reboot has some very interesting differences. And this is where things get a little more disturbing.
Okay. Let's take a pause. We need a brain fact check respectfully. Okay, so the bunker. Okay, he's kind of getting me with that. Okay, the bunker, the post-apocalyptic world that grass and flowers can still survive with hella sun. Okay, bunnies are fast breeders that can burrow into holes. Okay, boom, boom, boom. We still don't know what they are and why the baby just appeared in the sun, but hey, we here. Part 3. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. There's other
So the
characters
new
on the show?
Teletubbies reboot has 3 very interesting changes. First, as I've already explained, the human videos are now with Julia in a post-Teletubby world. They no longer just show old random videos of humanity. Suddenly, everything is now custom-made for the Teletubbies. Second, there are now Teletubbies in the bunker.
These just look like just terrible AI. Ew. I don't know why they just did this.
Horrifying CGI monstrosities are new baby Teletubbies that just exist now with no explanation. And finally, the strangest change of all. Every episode, the baby son has a completely new face.
Who is letting their babies just get taken?
Why? What does this mean? All of these changes are so sudden and random, and none of them really fit into my theory. You guys don't understand. I have watched hours and hours of this extremely boring baby show to try and make sense of this, and I almost gave up. But then, I finally found a single episode of Teletubbies that changed my entire view of this universe. Episode 56 of the 2015 revival called Twinkle Twinkle. In this single episode, for the first and only time in the over 500 episodes of Teletubby canon, it becomes night. And we watch the Teletubbies leave their bunker and look up at the night sky.
Do the moon have a face?
Tinky Winky saw a star.
Tinky Winky star!
The star was making music.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Tinky Winky discovers a star that is singing to him. And for me, this implies...
Okay. Is the star singing the sun to sleep? That's really the only one. He talking about 3, damn. That's the only thing.
Things. First, there are other sentient stars out there. It's not just our sun. For all we know, all stars in this universe could actually be sentient. And second, the star has an adult voice. So this is likely what our baby son will one day grow into. And finally, the most unsettling implication here is that other stars have begun to notice the Teletubbies. And suddenly, the 2022 reboot makes a lot more sense. Humanity's plan to use Teletubbies to entertain the cosmic horror baby son worked. But it
it's
worked.
it's like a Rick and Morty type stuff then. Where they're trying to, was it one planet They had to rap. They had to rap for multiple planets or something like that.
A little too well, because now they've started attracting other baby sons. This is a whole new problem for humanity, and 4 Teletubbies is not enough to appease all of these sun babies, which is why they've suddenly begun to create more. Suddenly, just watching old videos of humanity isn't enough. The humans below the earth have to custom make higher quality videos with more children to keep the babies entertained. Humans are so...
I don't know about more. It seemed like the old one had way more kids just as a whole.
Desperate to meet the demands of all of these new sun babies that they are willing to do anything to appease them.
Just wait till you hear me say the words blast off, then run and touch a star.
Wait a second. Why would they be teaching children to touch the stars?
Then run and touch a star.
Wouldn't that be like the last thing they'd want to tell children to do? The whole reason they're down here is because of how dangerous stars are, right? Unless they're preparing these children to go to the surface? Wait, are these kids the Teletubbies? Is this where Teletubbies come from? They've been human children the whole time? No! So yeah, that is my theory. Teletubbies is actually a post-apocalypse where humans live underground and are turning children into Teletubbies and sending them to the surface to entertain giant sun baby gods.
Yeah.
Is that good? Is that what you wanted?
Good.
Did I appease you, Mr. YouTube algorithm? Okay, I'm just gonna take that as a yes. Goodbye! Bye!
Bro, he need to do his Cars one next. I want to see the Cars one next, bro. Come on, we gotta have your Cars one next, bro. But yo, just him explaining the theory at the end is just so funny, bro. Son appeasing gods. It's so funny. But yo, that's it for this video, bro. If y'all liked it, y'all leave a comment. Like, comment, subscribe, and yo. Like I said, I'm studying all day today, so this is probably going to be the only video today. But yo, peace. See y'all in the next one.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.